Hey there, bar is open for the last review of 2024. So with that, I'm going to review this Yamazaki single malt whisky. Hey, SG Alcohol Guy here, giving you honest reviews on the alcohols that I am tasting. And as mentioned, today I'll be reviewing this Yamazaki single malt whiskey. Now, Yamazaki is a very sought after whiskey, from Suntory. And it's not like the 12 or 15, 18-year-old whiskeys. This is the lowest range one. But much like the 12 and 15 and 18 years, this also states 100th anniversary on the bottle. So this, because I purchased this in 2023. And as you can see, it's been open since 1923. And the price of popular Japanese whiskies have skyrocketed. I did the Hibiki Harmony Selects exactly a year ago. That was $200. I think it went up by a little bit more by now. This one, same, I bought both at around the same time, and this was also 200 Singapore dollars. For that, you will get a 700 ml bottle with 43% alcohol content. And it's a brand new bottle. I didn't want to open it, but no point keeping it in the store. So let's see if I will be willing to share this whiskey. The reason I'm saying that is simply because, as I opened the Hibiki, I didn't like it. And then I brought it to office very recently to share with my colleagues because, well, I don't like it at all. So brand new bottle. Let me just open it up a little bit. Okay, it doesn't come with any pour of its own, so let's just let it breathe and let the alcohol escape so that, we have a purer tasting whiskey. And all that's happening, I usually review my whiskeys in three ways. Number one, I will review it neat, just to savor the original flavors of the whiskey. Number two, I will add in a splash of water just to see if it opens up the whiskey a little bit. And number three, I'll be having it on the rocks. Now, for me, I'm using a huge ice cube, a big ice cube. Not huge, a big ice cube. You want to use crushed ice, smaller ice cubes, ice balls, doesn't matter, right? End of the day, it's just to chill the whiskey, so use whichever you prefer. And because it's a really precious whiskey, I'll be pouring only 20 ml shots for the reviews. I actually served this during my wedding, and I remember it to be really, really delicious. That being said, it was my wedding day and I was really happy that day, so anything would probably have tasted great. So today, let's have an honest review. Now that it's breathed enough, let us start with the taste test. And as mentioned, just a small 20 ml portion. Gently, because, let's not waste a single drop of this delicious whiskey. And pouring it into the glass. Now, for all whiskeys, or all spirits actually, what I do like to do is I want to swirl the whiskey in the glass. Main reason is I want to see how long it takes to settle back down from the sides. As you can see, it's holding a little bit well, but it's coming down in about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh. It took almost a good 12 to 15 seconds for everything to come back down to the sides. So what that means is that you might expect to have a finish at the back, a 15-second finish right at the back of your throat, because the taste might just linger. Hopefully it's a delicious taste. And scent-wise, pleasant. I mean, it has that alcohol smell, don't get me wrong, but it's a very, very faint paint thinner, alcohol, nail polish remover smell, very faint of it. It, however, smells very robust. There's an oakiness smell to it as well, the texture in entering my nose. It has that coming just off this nose. So I know this has rave reviews, but let's go for an honest review. And what I normally do for reviews is, especially for spirits, I exhale, I'll take a sip and swallow, and then with my mouth still closed, inhale and exhale through my nose. So this allows more of the flavors to play from my mouth into the nose, just to get a full range of the whiskey flavor. So with that, taste test one. I'll tell you now, it's as good as I remember. It is a pretty sweet whiskey, right? So if you're not into sweet whiskeys, it's probably not your thing. The sweetness is quite overpowering. There is a burn, but it's a very nice, gentle burn, a very soft, gentle burn here. It doesn't go below that, so it's just a gentle burn here. Flavor-wise, there's that oakiness, that scent of it. It layers the bottom part of my mouth below the tongue, spreads in the middle through the back here. So the oakiness flavors lingers around this area. The sweetness lingers in the mouth. It's actually a very cooling day today, and then this is making me feel really comfortable. By having it neat, I can assure you I am not sharing this. But we must also see how it goes with a splash of water, so right, not too much left, so not too much water to be added. Just a little bit of this, and swirl. Right, mainly just to mix and check if the water opens up the whiskey. It's really not to dilute the whiskey, so don't have to go 50-50, right, with the water. Just a couple of drops is more than enough. And with that, taste test 2. Having it with water, remove the oakiness, remove the burn, left the sweetness, but the sweetness is greatly reduced. In this case, adding water to the Yamazaki is wrong. It's a travesty. It makes it a very mild whiskey, a very toned down version of the neat. So I do not recommend adding any water to the Yamazaki. Just drink this one neat. Well, not mine, get your own. And of course, the third way to drink it would be on the rocks. Now, usually by now, a lot more water would have melted, in this case, still some water melted despite the cool weather. But this allows me to cleanse my palate. And with that, let's have a little bit more whiskey, just 20 ml. Gently, again, very precious to me. Onto the ice, slowly onto the ice actually. The main idea is I want it chill as it goes into the glass. I don't spend too much time trying to chill the whiskey and letting too much ice melt. Mix it a bit just to make the ice chill the whiskey a bit faster. And with that, taste test 3. Having it on the rocks removes the burn as well. The oakiness came back at the back, just a little bit, hint of it. The sweetness is also mellowed down, but not as light as earlier on. It's actually very balanced. And there's another flavor in there. I can't grasp it. It's a bit mildly fruity as well. I won't say it's sweet fruity, it's just a mild fruity flavor. I can't pick it up right now, but it's a bit of a stronger fruit flavor, maybe like plums a bit like plums. Yeah, plums. So it's a bit of a plum flavor, which is sweet, and then there's that bit of oakiness at the back here. Absolutely no burn. So I actually get a little bit more flavor when I'm having it on the rocks, and it's easier to drink because there's no burn, right? So it just goes down really, really well. My conclusion is, the true flavor of this whiskey I feel is still going to be neat, right? But I enjoy a lot more having it on the rocks. Don't just have it with water, you're going to kill the whiskey. So if you have the chance, get this. To my understanding, it doesn't matter whether there's a difference between the 100th anniversary or a normal Yamazaki bottle. It's just more words, apparently more words on the label, that's all. The content is still the same. So that being the case, Drink it either neat or on the rocks. Both are enjoyable, but for no burn, definitely on the rocks. Hey, thanks for watching up to this point. I just want to state that all these reviews are based on my personal taste, preferences, and opinions. They're not to be used as an industry standard. I do, however, want to find out what you think about this Yamazaki. You know, I know it's earned rave reviews already, but you know, what are your personal opinions on this one? Drop me some comments. Let's compare some notes. And of course, if you want to have the review on the Yamazaki 12, 15, and 18, I'll text you my address. If you're still here, do help me click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, because I do try to upload at least one new video every week. Plus, if you know of anyone interested in watching such reviews, do help me send a link to the video as well. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful new year, and happy drinking. Oh yeah.